Hey everyone, Sean here with Madly Made Minute, and welcome back to another episode of Scrappy Shorts, where everything has potential. Today, my scraps are coming out of my Splatterbox. So, yeah, I have to give credit to my friend who I'm on a card hop with. Her name is Kelly from Create with Cass, K-A-S, off of Instagram. Look her up. I'll put the link down in the description so you can find her. She had posted a video on paper towels and on baby wipes, and I have been saving my paper towels out of my Splatterbox and my baby wipes that I've been doing techniques with or just cleaning stencils with as her video on her Instagram. Go check it out. I reached out to her and said, I'm copying you. I've been saving my stuff, not sure how to use them, how to cut them, how to die cut them, and what to do with them, but after you see how colorful they are, you'll see why I've saved them, and trying to figure out what to do with them. So when I saw her video, I'm like, I'm going to copy that at first just to get started and see how they turn out. So I have done a practice run. I'll show you my practice run. I've got some things ready, so we'll do some card fronts with these. They're kind of cool. You know me. I love texture, I love layers, I love colors, I love it all, right? So the texture of the paper towels after they're colored and stuff are so cool on these cards that I absolutely love them. So before we go down to my down camera, show you everything, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Would love to have you follow me here on YouTube. Madly Made Minute on Instagram. I do card hops. I post other cards and other projects there that I don't do videos on here on YouTube, so I would love to have you over on that page as well. So let's go down, let's take a look and see what I have, and we'll go from there. All right. Here's my Splatterbox, and as you can see, I have a paper towel in here already that I've been using. What I do, and I've got a piece of paper in here as well just to help soak up things and keep it level. And I change this out every once in a while, but what I do is I just take one piece of paper towel, I lay it in here when I do my cards, and let's just say this is a card, I lay this in here, splatter, spray, do some ink smush, do whatever I'm doing, right? Then this gets all inky. And I end up with stuff like this. Now this one's dry because it's a little damp. I was playing with some stuff today, but it's dry. And you're not going to be able to recreate this, and I've got to use it in some shape or form. So let me show you the ones I've saved over the last several months. So this one I've already cut in half because I'm going to use this one today. But look at that. It was like this. Beautiful. Beautiful card, right? Look at all that shimmer and all the different colors in there. Here's some baby wipes that I was doing some techniques with the baby wipes. Some more paper towels. Check out this one. I've used half of this one already for a sample I'll show you. And then this one, a little bit more grayer textured tones, and then another baby wipe. So we're going to make a card front out of these, and kind of show you and keep it simple on the card element itself, because these are so full of texture and color and vibrancy and stuff that I don't feel like the element needs to be a whole lot, because you're going to want to keep that simple. Otherwise it's just going to get too busy and too crazy. All right, so I'm going to die cut these out with my Pink and Main stitched rectangle set. Now the one I did already, I used the full panel one, but the full panel one just goes slightly over the card base front, and I'm not a fan of that. So I just went one size down from that full panel so that I can mat this and then have just a tiny tweak of a border, but kind of fill the card front. But I just don't like it going right to the edge or slightly over the edge of that card front. So I'm going to die cut it with the one size down. And let's just measure this really quick. So this one measures from the inside edge of that die cut. This one measures, yeah, this is 3 3/4. Must be 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. So I'm going to do, now I had cut up, because I've already used this one, and then I cut this other one in half here, the purpley one, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to actually use this one that has a little more pink on it. And we're going to die cut this. Just literally run that through my die cut. And then I wanted to try one also with my, because I have not tried one with the baby wipes. She did the baby wipes on hers, and so you'll see the baby wipes. But the paper towels work just as good. So, all we do is I'm just going to lay this down, run this through the die cut. You don't really see the stitching, but the die cutting just helps get a nice clean edge to do this. You can barely see the stitching on it, but you get a nice clean edge, right? Okay, and while we're at it, let's just do one of my baby wipes. That way we're done with the, I'm going to go the green, I think. And I think I'm going to go kind of at an angle for this. So I just get it not so crazy even this way or this way. And we're just going to run that through. Good thing is, if it goes over the edge like that, this scrunches up easy because of the cloth. And that actually doesn't cut as grand. So I'm actually going to probably, yeah, no, it's coming off. Not as grand. So it probably would need a shim on this just to get through the fiber of the baby wipe, because this is a little bit more of a fibrous material. And I'm just going to follow that line and cut the rest of this. Yeah, you can, even cutting it, you can feel that it's just a little bit more of a fiber in there to get through that. It almost made it through. And if you watch her video, she actually took her baby wipes, re-wet them, laid them flat on a piece of paper, let it air dry, and that ink, leftover ink, transfers to the paper. So she got a background out of it on paper before she used this as the background itself. I have not done that with mine because these have been dry for so long anyway that I'm just going to leave them and work on them for this. All right, there we go. I'm just going to junk the rest of this. I'm not too concerned about saving that much of my scraps, even though I probably would, knowing me. Okay, now what you do is Mod Podge these onto your, I'm putting them on, rather than putting them right to my black backgrounds, I'm going to Mod Podge them on this just vanilla, I think this is 60-pound cardstock, just to give it a little bit more thickness. Then I'll trim that down because it's going to be smaller, and then I'll trim it and then layer that on my matte layer. And I just enjoy that she did Mod Podge. I said Mod Podge. Mod Podge. Because I love me some Mod Podge. I just think it's a fun medium to use. But just know that this will slightly curl up on you. Because it gets pretty wet. So I'm going to lay this down. And then as that dries, I'm just going to flatten that and keep it nice and flat as that dries. Okay, same thing here. Get that Mod Podge down. So get good tack to hold that, basically fabric is what you're kind of putting down, essentially, right? Okay, same thing here. And just lay that down so it's try to keep it wrinkle free. Okay, and we'll just let this one dry as I show you what my next step is that I'm going to do with these, okay? Let's just cover this up so it doesn't start drying on me. Now, I got two black matte layers here that we're going to, after I trim those down, we're going to layer those on the black, okay? Typical layering. Then what I have done is I've used two stamps and dies. So I used the Alex Siberia Step Timber Close to My Heart because this stamps out and it came with a die with it. Then my favorite leaf die set, Leaf Essentials by Altenew. I cut one of each of these out. I cut them just in plain white. That's it. Didn't do anything else to it because these backgrounds are so colorful, I don't need anything extra. On the flower, I stamped it in black Memento ink. Then I did want just a little bit of color on this, so I splattered it with my Distress Oxides. And I splattered it with my Victorian Velvet and my Spun Sugar. And I just literally shook it up really good, took this out, and then just splattered it with the tip of the spray on the inside. And that's it. Not going to do any more to that. Well, I want to keep the elements relatively simple because everything else is so busy on these backgrounds, right? This is really busy and really vibrant. All right. I'm going to take these and trim these down, and I'm going to come back. We'll mount these on my black mat and put our elements on there so you can kind of take a look, and then show you the other sample that I made with a sentiment die cut, okay? Okay, as you can see, I have trimmed down that paper underneath and tacked these down to my black frame so that that color just pops after I put this onto a white card base. And I just grabbed a white card base just to kind of show how I've trimmed these down, but we just won't mount them for video, okay? Now I matched the splatter to this one, and then I have this little sentiment of Have a Blessed Day that came from this same set that I've just embossed in white. So I've got this up on dimensional, so let's just pop this down first, then we'll pop that sentiment on, and we're going to leave this card as simple as that, with nothing else on there for elements or anything like that. I debated. I almost just left this completely white, which I think would be very classy, very just enough in there to not, I didn't have to splatter this. This would look just great as I left my leaves white. I could have left this floral white too, but I couldn't resist to do a little splatter on it. Just to kind of show, I wanted to show this kind of 3 different ways with my elements, and I'll show you the sentiment here in a second, okay? All right, now, tack this down, just like so, right? Now I put one dimensional on the end, and then this other part is just going to glue down to the top of that flower, like so. And there's card number 1. Recycled paper towels that you thought you were going to throw away, right? Now this one I'm just going to leave the leaves white, and I'm just going to glue this down direct. And not all of it, I'm just going to want to get the base of it tacked down. Like so. I'm just going to layer these 3. I just did 3. And then the last one. Like that. Then I thought this one would be kind of cool. Whoop. Just to have a little bit of twine to wrap around. Okay. And then I'm just going to tie that kind of right over those stems, as if this is just holding those stems down. Like so. So I'll knot it, and then I'm probably just going to do one little loop-de-doo. Like so, and pull that through and just have my one little loop. And then that will get just glued down. How easy are those? And how fun are those? The texture of them when somebody gets this feels so cool. And again, this is just a way to use stuff that you're already using. You're probably tossing this away. And look how beautiful. This one looks marbled. Now that that's cut, and I don't see the shape of where that was, this looks like it was just marbled in there. So I just can't be happier. Thank you, Create with Cass. Oh, hang on. I had one little sentiment, and I'm going to throw that, I was going to glue this sentiment right over the middle of these. Same sentiment, just the flag going a little different direction. And there you have your 2 cards. So hopefully this gave you some ideas. Don't throw away your paper towels and your baby wipes, because you can use them for really cool textured cards. I'm going to just get this to focus on a face forward here, and then we'll do the face forward of this one. How cool are those? Hopefully this gives you an idea, and save those paper towels and baby wipes, and you got yourself some really cool cards. So thank you for hanging with me, and until next time, I'll see you then.